It's quite a fascinating process, isn't it? Now let's dive in and learn more. First, let's talk about the mouth. The mouth is where digestion begins. When you eat, you use your teeth to chew and grind your food into smaller pieces. This process is called mechanical digestion. As you chew, your salivary glands release saliva, which contains enzymes that begin breaking down your food chemically. For example, the enzyme amylase in your saliva starts digesting carbohydrates. The tongue helps mix your food with saliva and pushes it to the back of your throat for swallowing. So the organs involved in the first stage of digestion are your teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. Now let's move on to the second stage of digestion, the pharynx and esophagus. After you swallow, your food travels down your pharynx, also known as your throat, and into your esophagus. The esophagus is a tube that connects your mouth to your stomach. The walls of your esophagus are made up of muscles that contract in a wave-like motion called peristalsis. Peristalsis pushes the food down your esophagus and into your stomach. So the organs involved in the second stage of digestion are your pharynx and esophagus. Next up, let's talk about the third stage of digestion, which takes place in the stomach. The stomach is a large muscular organ that has a J-shaped curve. When food enters your stomach, it mixes with gastric juices. Gastric juices contain hydrochloric acid, pepsin, and mucus. Hydrochloric acid kills bacteria and denatures proteins. Pepsin is an enzyme that helps break down proteins into smaller chains of amino acids called peptides. Mucus protects the stomach lining from the acid. This churning action helps break down the food mechanically and chemically. This semi-liquid mixture of partially digested food and gastric juices is called chyme. So the only organ involved in the third stage of digestion is your stomach. Moving on to the fourth stage of digestion, which occurs in the small intestine. The small intestine is a long, coiled tube where most digestion and absorption of nutrients takes place. It's divided into three parts: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. When chyme leaves your stomach, it enters the duodenum, the first part of your small intestine. Here, the chyme mixes with digestive juices from the pancreas and liver. The pancreas releases enzymes that help break down proteins, fats, and carbs. Then it's released into the duodenum, where it mixes with the chyme. In the jejunum and ileum, digested food molecules are absorbed into the bloodstream through tiny finger-like projections called villi and microvilli. Villi and microvilli increase the surface area of the small intestine, which helps absorb more nutrients. Once the nutrients are absorbed, they're carried to the liver via the hepatic portal vein. From there, they can be distributed to the rest of the body. The organs involved in the fourth stage of digestion are the small intestine, pancreas, liver, and gallbladder. All right, moving on to the fifth stage of digestion, which happens in the large intestine. The large intestine, also called the colon, is where water and salt are absorbed from the remaining undigested material. This forms solid waste called feces. The large intestine is also home to trillions of bacteria that make up your gut microbiota. These bacteria help break down some undigested substances like fiber. They also produce certain vitamins like vitamin K. After the water is absorbed, the remaining material moves into the rectum. When it's time to eliminate the waste, the rectum and anus work together to push the feces out of your body. So the organs involved in the fifth stage of digestion are the large intestine, rectum, and anus. Now let's talk about the accessory organs of digestion. These organs don't directly digest food, but they play an essential role in the process. First, we have the liver. The liver produces bile, which helps break down fats. Next is the pancreas. The pancreas produces enzymes like amylase, lipase, and trypsin. as well as bicarbonate to neutralize acid. Finally, we have the gallbladder. The gallbladder stores and releases bile when needed. These organs support the digestive process and ensure that food is broken down properly and efficiently. So now you know how your digestive system works and the organs involved in each stage of digestion. Let's take a moment to recap everything. The entire process of digestion can be divided into 6 stages. The first stage, ingestion, takes place in your mouth, where food is chewed and mixed with saliva. The second stage, transport, occurs in your pharynx and esophagus, where food is moved down to your stomach. The third stage, digestion, takes place in your stomach, where food is churned and mixed with gastric juices. The fourth stage, absorption, occurs in your small intestine, where digested nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. The fifth stage, elimination, takes place in your large intestine, rectum, and anus, where waste is formed and eliminated from the body. The sixth and final stage involves the accessory organs, including your liver, pancreas, and gallbladder, which produce essential digestive juices and enzymes. Together, these organs form a remarkable system that allows your body to break down and absorb nutrients from the food you eat. Did you enjoy learning about the digestive system? Which part of the process was your favorite? Share your thoughts with us. And if you want to keep learning about the amazing functions of the human body, stay tuned for more videos on the excretory system. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching and see you soon.